What if I told you that most of what we think of as marketing, the ads and the slogans, is really just the tip of the iceberg? Well, today we're going to dive deep. We're looking at the ideas of Philip Kotler, the guy who literally wrote the book on modern marketing. We're going to see how the world's most powerful brands are actually built, right from the ground up.
Okay, but before we dive into all the theory, let's just make this personal for a second. Think about it. What's a brand you are absolutely loyal to? I mean, one you'd buy without even thinking twice. What is it that keeps you coming back? Is it just the product itself, or is there something more going on? Hold on to that thought, because the answer to that question is really the key to this whole thing. Right. So to really get what marketing is today, you first have to understand just how much it is completely changed.
And here it is, the big shift in a nutshell. I mean, think about it. The old way was all about just selling products, right? It was transactional. You just grab a megaphone and shout your message to as many people as possible. But modern marketing, it's completely different. It's about fulfilling needs, building relationships, and being super targeted. The goal isn't just to make one sale, it's to build loyalty for life. And believe me, that changes, well, everything.
Okay, so how do you actually do that? How do you build those kinds of powerful relationships? Well, it all starts with a solid strategy. This is the part that happens before you even think about an ad or a social media post. You've got to have a blueprint. And for that, Kotler gives us this incredibly powerful framework called STP.
So, what is STP? It stands for segmentation, targeting, and positioning. And it's a super logical process. First, segmentation. You take the entire massive market and you slice it up into smaller, more manageable groups. You can't be everything to everyone, right? Then comes targeting. You look at those segments and you pick the one or ones that make the most sense for you to go after. And finally, positioning. This is where you figure out exactly what you want your brand to mean to that specific group. It's about creating a clear identity in their minds. Honestly, this is the absolute foundation of everything else you're going to do.
And that targeting step isn't just one thing. You've got options. You could go really broad. That's undifferentiated, kind of like how Coca-Cola sells to pretty much everyone. Or you can get super specific. Think about a brand that only makes gear for, say, left-handed rock climbers. That's a concentrated or even micro-marketing approach. There's no single right answer. It all depends on your product and your goals. Okay, so you've got your blueprint, your STP strategy. You know who you're talking to and what you want to say. Now, how do you actually execute? How do you bring it to life? Well, for that, we've got the famous 4 Ps. Think of these as your tactical toolkit.
First up, we have product. And let's be clear, this is way more than just the physical item you're selling. It's the whole experience. The quality, the design, the features, even the packaging. A great product isn't just a thing. It's the perfect solution to your customer's need or problem.
The second P is price. And this one is fascinating because it's as much about psychology as it is about math. Your price sends a huge signal about your brand. Are you a premium luxury item, or are you the affordable everyday choice? Getting it right means finding that sweet spot between your costs, what customers think it's worth, and what your competition is up to. It's a really powerful lever to pull.
Third, we've got place, and this is all about accessibility. It's the where. How do people actually get their hands on your product? Is it in a physical store? Is it online? Is it delivered to their door? The whole goal here is to make it as easy and convenient as possible for your target customer to find you and buy from you. And last but not least, P number 4 is promotion. This is the part most people think of when they hear marketing. It's your advertising, your social media, your public relations. Basically, it's how you communicate your value and tell your story to that specific audience you identified way back in your strategy.
So when you put them all together, product, price, place, and promotion, that's what we call the marketing mix. And you have to think of them like 4 gears in a machine. They all have to work together perfectly. I mean, if you have an amazing product, but the price is totally wrong, it's not going to work. If you have a brilliant ad campaign, but nobody can find the product in stores, well, you've just wasted a ton of money. It all has to be in sync, and it all has to serve that initial STP strategy. But here's the thing. All of this, the strategy, the 4 Ps, is not just about making a single sale. That's short-sighted. The real goal, the true endgame of all this work, is to build something much, much bigger. It's about building your most valuable asset, your brand.
And that brings us to this really important idea called brand equity. So what is it? It's basically the extra value that your brand name adds to a product. It's not something you can easily measure on a spreadsheet. It's that gut feeling people have about you. It's the trust, the reputation, the loyalty you've built up over time, and it is incredibly powerful.
I mean, just think about Apple. Why are people willing to pay so much more for an iPhone or a MacBook? The hardware is great, sure, but it's more than that. It's because the name Apple itself stands for something. It means innovation, beautiful design, ease of use. That positive association, that feeling you get, that is brand equity in action. And it's worth billions.
Or how about Nike? On the surface, they sell shoes and clothes, but what do they really sell? They sell an idea, an ethos of inspiration, of pushing your limits. Just do it isn't just a tagline, it's a whole mindset. And that deep emotional connection is what makes that little swoosh one of the most powerful symbols on the planet.
All right, so you've done all the work. You've got your strategy, your marketing mix is humming along, and you're building a strong brand. So you can just kick back and relax now, right? Absolutely not. Not even close. Because great marketing is never ever a set it and forget it kind of thing.
This is where the ongoing maintenance comes in. You have to be constantly analyzing the market, seeing what's changing. You've got to keep a close eye on your competition to see what they're up to. You have to adapt to new digital channels as they pop up. And most importantly, you have to be willing to tweak, update, and iterate on your own strategy. Because in today's world, if you stand still, you're actually falling behind. So let's wrap this up with a question for you. Thinking about your business, your project, your career, what is the one big threat or the one massive opportunity that you need to be planning for right now? Is it a new technology on the horizon? A change in what your customers want? A competitor you're not watching closely enough? Whatever it is, the time to think about it isn't tomorrow, it's today. Because in marketing, the future doesn't just happen to you, it's something you build.